You're watching the 2018 BYU Football Media Day Between the Lines web chats. I'm Lauren McLean, and right now we're here with AJ Steward and Preston Hadley. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Good, I'm doing well. So they just said Fessy, they being Fessy and Aaron Roderick, said you were the mayor of Provo. What, break that down for me. What does that even mean?
You know, for Fessy, what Fessy failed to mention was really I'm just his entourage coming through here, you know.
Gotcha.
The minute he stepped foot into Utah County even, you know, he's more along the lines of like a governor, you know. So like I said, I'm just the poor man's version of what he's doing. So, you know, he's just real humble about it, but.
Well, I mean, you've been around here, you played here, and then you were a grad assistant. You left for a little bit. What's it like being back here in Provo?
Oh, it's been fun being back. You know, there's been some, there's a lot of familiar faces, some new faces, you know, and it's fun to be a part of just this era of BYU football.
So you before you came here, you were coaching at Rice, right? Mm-hmm. Which is in Houston. You're from St. Louis, Is that right?
Yes.
So what was the biggest culture shock for you when you came to Provo, Utah, and here at BYU? Because they're definitely not similar.
Honestly, is the people give me a hard time. We've been doing camps, and everybody here thinks it's like super hot, but to me this is like nothing compared to the heat and the humidity that I'm used to growing up in the Midwest, and then especially in Houston. So I think just really being able to truly not take for granted this lack of summertime, in my opinion, that we're having here.
The humidity in Houston, man, there's nothing to compare it to that. That's crazy.
Sure.
But so nothing like culture-wise though, more just the weather.
Yeah, more the weather. The culture's great here. People love football here, so it's been a really welcoming environment for me. And like Fessy said it earlier, I heard him on the previous segment. Just the guys in our office are great to work with, and they make coming to work fun. And guys like Preston, we're already like brothers in just a short amount of time.
That's awesome. And I was told that they sometimes mistake the two of you, like when you're on recruiting trips, for players.
Yeah,
Is that true? How old are you?
It's turning the ripe old age of 30.
30?
Yeah,
Yes, 30,
right.
30.
I just turned 29 years old.
29. Okay, so what's it like for you guys coaching guys that really aren't that much younger than you?
I think we have an advantage. We've talked about it before. Just we kind of have a better understanding of them. We're not too far off. We're still kind of in tune with what they're hearing and what they're seeing, you know, on social media and the music and different things like that. So obviously we make sure we keep a distance as far as, you know, let them know that we're still their coach, but also help them understand that, you know, we're here for you, and we do understand, you know, some of the challenges that you may be facing in culture right now.
You're much more relatable than some of them maybe. What's it like for you?
Well, I think it's easy. As a coach, it's easy to forget what it was like to be a player.
Yeah.
You know, and so not being as far removed as other coaches might be, you still, in a way, think the same, you know, and whether it's, you know, doing a drill or watching film, you know, we're still in somewhat the same generation, the millennial generation, where maybe our attention span might not be as long as some of these, I'll just call them more seasoned coaches.
I mean, you're hitting 30 though. You're you know, getting on the other end, but
30's the new 20.
We'll still categorize that. That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I say too.
But really, like AJ said, you know, it's a little easier to relate to the players. You know, we have the same interests, kind of, you know, in a way, in certain aspects of life, going through similar things. Yeah. You know, but at the same time, you try and keep a healthy distance as well. You know, there is this fine line to keep it professional. Yeah, for sure. And so that's the challenge right there at times, is just keeping that balance.
Not just being their buddy, you also got to be their coach.
Yeah, I'm not here to be their friend. Yeah, you know, it's a bonus if you are, but that's we're not here for that.
Cool. Well, let's dive into the team a little bit. You're over the safeties this year. You have guys like Troy Warner, Diane Gonwaluku. What are you seeing from that safety spot so far?
Just coming out of spring, I'm seeing some depth develop. You know, I think right now we have three really good safeties. In Diane, I just call him Diane Lake, because I just tell him, hey,
we're going to stick with Lake.
I've known you since you were a sophomore in high school and your name was Lake, so I'm going to keep calling you Diane Lake. And Troy, and then also Austin Lee, I think, is the sleeper that I don't think a lot of people quite acknowledge enough. And he had a bunch of injuries last year that he was pushing through, but he came out of spring ball really, did a really good job for us. He's really smart, he's versatile, and then with Troy and Diane, just their experience playing corner, I think we'll be able to really improve our play at the safety position just because those guys' experience on the field just in general, but then being able to cover like as corners, which we ask a lot of the safeties, with us really being a quarters-based defense, really it's really just cover zero.
Yeah.
If an offense wants to put you in cover zero, they can.
Right.
And so it helps to have guys like that, Troy, Diane, and Austin, who can really, really lock down their side of the field. I'm excited. They're all smart. They all love the game. They're all just good people. They're fun to coach. And so just coming back, I kind of hit the jackpot in being able to coach guys like that and just the rest of the group. I mean, we have a fun position group.
That's awesome. That's nice to be excited about it. And AJ, you have a lot of depth at the running back position, which has got to be exciting for you.
For sure.
What's the one thing you want ingrained in these guys as you're headed into fall camp?
We already started in spring, and we talk about foundation every day. Is just building on solid foundation, not creating bad habits early as we started implementing this offense, implementing new terminologies within our room. Is just starting with great foundation and building on top of that foundation. And I always use the analogy, let's not build from the roof down. We have to, lay the cement, build things up brick by brick, and do it the right way. So that's really the biggest thing. And the foundational principles protecting the football, knowing your assignments, just day one, basics are things that I think they can. People lose sight of them at times, but I think those are a difference between winning and losing, and when the game's really close and you're playing in those games where whoever shows up and makes those 2 or 3 plays a game is going to win it. So that's what we're trying to implement early, and I think that's what's going to allow us to be successful.
Awesome. Well, both of those position groups are ones that I'm sincerely looking forward to because there's a lot of talent in those two groups right there. All right, we're going to play a little game with you guys. You ready for this? We did a little digging through social media and whatnot, and we're going to play a game called Caption This.
Okay.
So we're going to start, I can't remember what we're going to start with. I think we're going to start with something with AJ. So if you guys look down here, there's going to be a video, and Preston, when it pulls up, you're going to have to caption it, okay? Here you go,
man.
here you go.
Oh, no one's safe. Kobe.
So break this down. What's happening right here?
Right here, we're in Harlem.
Okay.
More to Life Foundation. Some middle schoolers called us out on the basketball court. One of my goals was always to, go to Harlem or just go to New York and play basketball against, somebody.
Yeah.
It so happened to be middle schoolers, but they were there. They were the opponent that day, and I just had to give it my best shot.
You're like, hey guys, there's more to life, and this is it.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of, like I said with the running backs, break them down, and then we're in the building back up. So a lot of people gave me a hard time for going hard on middle schoolers, but where I grew up, the older guys didn't take it easy on us.
Yeah.
It's what made us better.
You can't go, hey, kids these days, I feel like they're all handed trophies, right? You gotta tell them that's not how it is.
He's still building them back up after that.
Yeah,
he's still building them back up. Like
their parents are still
we went out there to build confidence, and we're still building, building.
All right, for this next thing, we have a picture of Preston that AJ, I want you to break down. If you had to caption this, what would you say?
No one's safe out here, man.
Throwback Thursday, the glow up.
I'm getting a little Dumb and Dumber feel right here. What happened, Preston? What did you do?
Chipped my tooth. I think that was actually during fall camp, my senior season. Actually, I remember that.
Wow.
And I just chipped my tooth in practice, and
social media is a scary place.
Dude, no one's safe.
We dug that far back.
No one's safe. I gotta go private, man.
That's something I will probably.
I gotta go private.
Oh yeah, but then someone's still friends with you. You can get the picture anyway. So, all right, we got 2 more. We got another one of AJ here. You just have some really good videos. So, Preston, if you had to caption this, what would you say?
I would say, she said, do you love me? I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
Was that the actual song playing?
No, it was actually Squally gave me a hard time for this. It's on the new Kid Cudi album. I liked it a lot, and it had just come out.
Yeah, didn't he say it was garbage or something?
He said it was garbage, and I thought about pushing his playing time back a little bit for making that comment, but
yeah, he's got to tread lightly. The stuff that he says. Is that something you do? You like to just jam out on your way to work?
He's vibing.
Music is my passion outside of sports.
Cool.
I love music, so hip hop in general is just something that it gets me going every day, and it's just something that's always kind of been that thing, that release for me outside of everything else.
Who's your favorite artist?
J. Cole.
J. Cole, nice. Who's your favorite artist?
I like Future right now.
Future?
Future.
All right. From PG, do you like a little country? You gotta like a little country music.
I have a couple songs I like, but it's still growing
You
on
can
me
admit
a
it,
little
Preston.
bit.
It's fine.
It's still growing on me a little bit, so I'm trying to diversify.
Yeah, there you go.
We're always preaching to kids, don't specialize just in one sport. So we try and take it to heart. I try not to specialize in just one genre.
Well, I mean, in coaches usually can coach multiple positions.
That's right.
You gotta be diverse. I like it.
Goal.
Okay, we have one more picture of Preston. Back when you played, I don't know that guy.
I'm going private after this, dang.
All right, caption that, AJ.
It's hard putting a team on your back.
Oh, that's a good one. Dang. I don't know how your old teammates would feel about that, Preston.
No, man,
you came from one of the best defenses to come out of BYU. Man.
Hey, I was just a role player, I was like the JR of the 2012 defense, the J.R. Smith. That was me, No, I've had 4 surgeries now from football, so I was just coming off of 2 shoulder surgeries there.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know if everyone can see that he actually has a boot on right now, and he rolled up in a scooter.
Yeah.
That's going to be your best friend for the day. What's this latest one about?
Man, I was hoping you wouldn't have to address this. This one actually is probably, I wish I had a better story, but I actually just tripped down some stairs and broke my foot.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah,
well,
that's
I'll say this.
I'll
say this, though. I'll say this, all right? It happened back in December.
Okay.
And we didn't know it was broke until May. So, I was hooping with AJ and, lifting with all the other defensive coaches, So at least I could say my mom didn't raise no little wussy, Just run around with a broken foot, So I'm just trying to make my mom proud.
You were working fools on a broken foot.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far, but AJ, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Breaking ankles in 2.
When you're schooling middle-aged, or middle-aged and Preston middle-aged, and then middle school kids. Yeah.
Oh, we're middle-aged now. Is that we consider middle-aged now?
Like he said, with his diversity, with his music, that's how I am on the basketball court. If there's a little kid out there, I'm gonna play just like I'm playing against LeBron James. There's no gray area for me.
Can't get soft on them.
Yeah.
We might have to do a video of you guys playing. We'll see if we can get some people in, play some basketball before the season starts.
Just call us the Splash Brothers. We're the Provo's version of Steph and Clay.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. All right, put your money where your mouth is. Awesome.